Hi everyone, this is Mandy. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. Today I am going to give a little update on my Archer and Olive sketchbook. This is the first time that I've used an Archer and Olive sketchbook. I don't know how long they've had the sketchbooks because it seems like it's kind of a newer thing. But this is the A5 and it is 192 pages, which is quite a bit more than any of my other sketchbooks, which is kind of freeing in a way, but it's also 160 grams, so it weighs a little bit more than my Royal Talons ones that I always go to. But I did a review when I first got this and did my first page in it, and since then I have filled it about, probably a quarter of the way. I'm gonna go through it and then I would love to just kind of sketch with you. Maybe I'm not gonna do a full spread, but I'll do a little bit because I have been kind of just playing with different kinds of mediums, a lot of ink, and so I got these Bic crystals that I want to try out and play with, but I've been sketching with these Bic round stick grips. I don't know, just ballpoint pens. They are kind of fun because I love to use my fountain pens, but these ones you can kind of sketch lighter and then lay down a thicker, heavier, darker line. So I'm going to sketch with them today because otherwise I usually will sketch with my Color Enos. Those are really another favorite of mine. Or I also do black wings, and I have different styles of black wings. They're all great. I have the colored ones and I have the regular ones. I do like black wing a lot, or even just a mechanical pencil, and I like the ones these are Uni brand, UNI brand, and they have that like mechanism in them. I'm not sure what that is, but today I'm not going to do any pencil. I'm just gonna sketch. But I wanted to talk about the different mediums that I've used. This I started on the 19th of February, so just a little less than a month ago. I did put a Gretlewski sticker I got when I met her at Lightbox last year. So, and then if you want to see this page, you can go. But I'm just going to flip through and kind of show you how I've been using it. Talk a little if I need to. I've been really obsessed with rewatching Grey's Anatomy and drawing Grey's Anatomy characters. This was a lot of the black wing, and then this was the a lot of people love these, the Prismacolor Coal Erase, but ever since I used the black wing, they don't erase as well, but like you can see the lines are just so much darker, and this one is a lot softer lead. I don't like the hard lead as much, so you just gotta play around and figure out what you like. I love how Tombow is working here. I do want to say that. And then some Caran d'Ache Neocolors. These are just Neocolor ones, so these ones aren't water soluble. But I used on this page, I did alcohol marker, so then I wanted to use that page. So I like to do that. I like to reuse the page sometimes, not always. Yeah. A little bit of character study. I was taking a course by Jackie Druco on Nobestica, I think that's her name. But this was my original character, and I created a reel and kind of talked about how I'm trying to figure out how to work him. Yes, I had some ugliness, so I put a painting in here. So this is not actual piece, but I've been using a lot of ink in here. I just love how ink works because I've been using my fountain pens, so it's been kind of fun. Lots of fountain pen drawings. Fountain pen and Tombow here. This was all just colored pencil. This was Neocolor, I think. Neocolor 2s, maybe? I'm not sure, but I know it's Neocolor. gouache. I was really, really surprised how good gouache works. Because this is a little bit thicker than Royal Talons, I can get kind of the lighter washes and then put gouache on top. And it does buckle, like you can see that it buckles, but I had a lot of fun with gouache in here. So I was doing some studies and trying to see how I like to do landscapes. I do lots of studies, like graphic novel studies, to see how other people do their characters and how they go about things. And so this is that one. Yeah. Some figure drawing. Did a little bit. I just joined Richard Smytheford. Let me see what it says. I just joined his Richard Smythman figure drawing live streams. I just joined his members, his channel membership, so I can get his videos with the references. I really enjoy trying to like do what he does and how he does it, but it's helpful. Figure drawing is so helpful. Quite obsessed with servals lately. They're like these really cool looking cats. Like they're a wild cat. I think they're in Africa, but they have these really long legs and long bodies. So I did a whole spread for them. This is where I'm getting into ballpoint pen and some Tombow. I decided that I was going to do my reads, so I'm going to come back to this page and do more, but I'm writing down and drawing out all my books that I'm reading. So this isn't me, but it's cute. I like it. This page is one of my favorites, and it's a newer page, so I'm tying in all the different things with ink. And this is my last spread. And I've been playing around with ink, and I used this, and this is a TWSBI Eco size fine nib, and I used a Sailor ink studio color, and it's like this bright pink, and I love it. So that is what I've been using. So this is great. I really have been enjoying this sketchbook and enjoying what I'm coming up with in it. Okay, so trying to decide what color I want to use first. I've been using I've been using so much pinks and purple. You know what? I'm gonna use pink. So I'm gonna take this. It's a different pink than this one, so we'll try it out. But I'm left-handed, so I always start, because I smear. You know, if I'm going this way, I'm gonna smear everything. Like I'm gonna have my hands. So I always start on the right-hand side. I know that other people might do it differently, but just keep that in mind, like when you're making your sketchbook. So I don't know if I have any pages. Like, yeah, I think there were a couple. Like if I'm doing a spread, it's not going to be on this side, it's going to be on this side, because and obviously I didn't want to use alcohol markers here, because then it would bleed into that page. So you'll see that from time to time. If there's a spread, it's going to be on this side, because I have my hand working on this side. So in case you ever wondered, that there is a reason I do that, is because of that. I don't know what I'm even going to draw today. I don't even have a reference pulled up, so we're just going to sketch a person. I've been trying to get better at doing shapes for people. Just kind of shapey shapes. Everything is broken down into shapes, and I just love knowing that, and knowing that like you can really modify those shapes, like to make a character. And laying down shapes really helps me think about things, and like, yeah. I'm definitely not a genius when it comes to this stuff. I'm still learning myself. I've been learning a long time, but I don't feel like you're ever gonna learn enough. I feel like art is, you're gonna do it for the rest of your life, and things are gonna change, and you're gonna change, and your style's gonna change. And so I've been just kind of like accepting that and kind of figuring out the flow. I think she's gonna have a little bird hanging out on her arm. He's gonna be Chonk Guy. Yeah. I'm gonna try to edit out all of the sniffles, but I do have quite a cold, so I apologize if you hear a sniffle or two. I will try to edit them. I'm still learning how to edit. My last video was a sketchbook tour, and I messed up on the audio, and once you upload it, you can't change it. You can cut things, but you can't like edit a part of the video and then put something else back in it. So yeah, I'm learning. I didn't know exactly what happened, but parts of the audio got really loud when I had music. So this one, I'm going to be really cognizant of that as I am editing, because I'm still a newbie when it comes to it. I do it all, just so you know, I do it all on my phone. I have Adobe Premiere Rush, and I do it on my phone. So it's kind of nice because I don't have any fancy equipment, because I don't have like the extra funds to get all the fancy equipment. I tried a couple cheap cameras and they just don't work well. So I just decided to do it on my phone. The microphone on my phone is great. The video on my phone is great. So there we go. And I just like to be able to sit on my couch and relax and edit my video on the phone. And it can do most things that like regular apps can do. So yeah. Just if you want to know, like, and you're thinking about starting a video, like starting a YouTube, you can just do it straight from your phone, which is really cool. I don't think you could do that a few years ago because there just wasn't the capability, but our phones have come so far. Like, it's pretty cool. Yeah. I think it's really fun to see how I start and get to where I'm going. And she's got like one of those like clips in her hair, I think, and then, or like a low bun, so you can't see it, but then maybe, I've been really into bangs lately. I think they're so cute, like when you just have the straight bangs. Yeah. And I always do I really like my little button noses. Is this perfect? No. Are there things I want to change? Absolutely. But when you're working in pen, it makes you more confident of your lines. And I never understood that until I started doing this pen stuff in the last couple months. Like, you can't erase pen. I mean, I guess there's some pens you can, but you can't erase those lines. So they're there. And if you mess up, you mess up. And it's been helping me be okay with the mess ups. Don't mind my dog, he's growling. Hopefully he's done. I paused the camera there for a second, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I even did this. Like, I'm kind of just doing this. This is just me coming up with whatever and just playing in my sketchbook. It's a great thing to do. Is just play. Like I don't have any reason, just wanted to sketch. Like, I sketch a lot just for myself and for my mental health. And it really keeps me grounded, all of the sketching and things I do. So it doesn't have to be perfect, just enjoy it. And like, maybe this looks better than something that you think you could do, but I promise you, I can see all the errors. But also, like, I do this every day, and I've been doing this every day for over 2 years now. So I was not perfect either. And I take a lot of courses, and I do figure drawing, and I do studies, and I look at other people's styles, and I study styles. I will check out books from the library. I will take classes, whatever you can do. Like, there's so much on the internet that you can do for free, even here on YouTube, that the sky's the limit. Just pick something that you like to draw and draw it. I will draw like 100 of things, and like in my last sketchbook tour I talked about that. I drew 100 faces, and now I'm feeling a little bit more confident in faces. And I've done 100 birds before. I think I want to do some more, like 100 animals and things. I've done 100 cats in the past. Like, I did 100 cats, and I couldn't tell you how to draw a cat now. Maybe I can. Let's see if I can, because I know I start with a face, and I like to do this for my cat. And body. Okay, so I still got a little bit, but it's very, what do you call it? It's a very stiff pose. It's not very dimensional. Like, I can do the stiff poses. Like, even her, she's kind of stiff. She's not really actiony. She's just kind of standing there, but I can do just that there. And again, starting with all the shapes. Really, really enjoy ballpoint pen. I don't know why. It's kind of fun. Have all this expensive stuff, like expensive fountain pens, expensive watercolors, expensive markers, expensive everything. Pulls out ballpoint pen. Love it! That's why it's so great, because like you can do anything, especially in a sketchbook. Like, who cares if I mess up on this? I have 190 some pages in this one, and when you break that down per page, it's like 25 cents, whatever. I mess up a page, it's a quarter. You know how many things I throw away in a quarter? And like, this is a more premium sketchbook, so like I'm using a premium sketchbook. You don't need to use a premium sketchbook. I just like to. It's my, like, because this is my safe space. Because it's my safe space, and it's the thing that I use the most, I've decided to invest in my like the things that I use, except ballpoint pen. But if I like, because it is so special to me, I want it to be a little bit more, like, I don't know, it makes me happy. And I don't always, like, I use my Royal Talons too, and I use whatever sketchbook that I like, but it changes. I'm gonna change colors now. I think I'm gonna use this blue, the standard blue pen. And we're gonna have another bird. I think he's gonna be flying away. Saw how to do this bird somewhere, and I just kind of like him. And there's like nothing, he doesn't fit in with the picture because this is a sketch page. Everything can just be random. What I'd love to do is do this live at some point and like have people tell me what to draw. Let me know down in the comments if that's something that you think you'd like me to do eventually, like go live. Is that something that people do here on YouTube? I don't know. I've seen it a couple times, and I don't know if people actually really enjoy it or if it's just that that's what that creator does. But I'd be up for going live. That would be kind of fun, something different. I used to go live on Facebook a lot back in the old days, but I went on live on Facebook when I was like super into MLMs and crazy. So I also don't know, because I haven't been super into the pyramid schemes for a while. So, fun backstory. When you learn about things, you can get better. Yeah. Okay. I've been loving mark making lately too. Like, there's a couple artists that I'm really into their work. One is Kate Sutton, and I think she's like Sutton Draws or something, but she has a Domestica course that I took for journaling, and it's kind of fun because I still incorporate some of the stuff. Like, she will do mountains and things with like really cool lines like this, you know, and I really like her style. Another one, I don't know how her name is pronounced, but it's like Renata, and it's like Rena Illustrations, and she's got these like really cool things. So I've been kind of like studying her work and kind of taking some of those elements and making them my own. And that's, I've been really into the mark making, like dots and okay, so yeah, like dots and circles and lines and different kinds of like negative space. And it's doing this has been making me look at things differently. I'm taking, like right now I'm taking a course on, I'm actually taking a course for my teaching certificate, and it's an in-person course, and we had the lights off for a video, and the video is great, like, but I struggle with, you know, focusing because I digress again. But I have all these things, and I was watching this video, and then I looked up, and because it was like starting to get dark outside and there were all these plants up on the windowsill, I was like, oh, I love how you can see it. And so I actually pulled this negative space right here, like doing this, like these, like the way the leaves are, were from studying that in my notebook while I was listening to this video. And like, it also helped me retain the information from the video, because the video was talking about storytelling within Native American cultures here, especially here in South Dakota, where 21% of our region area is reservations. And like this we have a lot of Native students in our schools, and because I'm going to be teaching them, I need to learn more about that culture. So I'm enjoying it. It's really great. I highly recommend checking out like Native American stories. Like, I just bought the book The Sons of the Wind, and I'm excited about reading more into their lore and things, because it's just, yeah, it's a great class. So if you can, read a book. I'm reading Water Lily by Ella Cara Deloria as well, and that is just beautiful, showing all of how beautiful the Native American culture was and can be and is being restored to. So it's really cool. But I digress. But that's where this came from. Is I loved the negative space. Like, this is kind of how it looked. The leaves looked in the dark. So just, I kept that in my head, and I went home and like have been doing it. So it's repetition. So I took a little quick sketch, and it was like 2 minutes in my sketchbook, or not my sketchbook, in my notebook right next to all my notes. And I was like, oh, okay, now, and then I planted in my head, and then I brought it home. So there we go. Like, it's kind of fun. This is just my randomness. I don't know. Anyway. So yeah. And then I just like to emphasize certain things. So I'll probably go all the way around this, and I pull back and look and see what else I can do to make the spread kind of cohesive, even if it's not all the same thing. Like, I do that with like using 1 or 2 colors and being like, meh, if it didn't work, it didn't work. Again, sketchbook. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's fun. I'm just really enjoying myself, and getting ink all over my hands is pretty great. But as you can see, this is why I like to work this way, because now I'm rubbing into this, and ballpoint pen is kind of wet. My my fountain pens dry a lot faster, but they also aren't, they're just different. They're different, and they are a different ink, they're a different style, they're different. So there's a place for both. And I thought, oh, this would be fun to just have some pen. I saw this guy, I can't remember his name, or if it was a him. I'm sorry. I saw this person on Instagram that does these just beautiful, completely like realistic looking images with a ballpoint pen. I was like, wow. See, so it doesn't really, like, use your tools, whatever tools you have. And there's my tools today. My son sometimes will make me do Crayola markers, and he really likes those. I'm not as big fan of Crayola markers because I love my Tombows so much with the brush tip, but they do work in a pinch. I might have to, he wants to get like one of the big sets of the like fine points, so I might have to do that and try it out. Just do a whole spread with Bic crystal pencils and Crayola markers. That would be kind of fun. So yeah. I'll throw some flowers in here. I really like the way if you could make this a little bit more folksy, I like that. I don't know if it's folksy, but that's what I say. Study a little bit of folk art and like how folk artists do things, and I just love the like look of an embroidery flower. I don't know. that bird is not coming out the way I wanted it to, but that's okay. That is okay. He just kind of makes me giggle. He's just living his best life right there, just hanging out in my sketchbook. He's like, "What up? What up? I'm living in my creator's sketchbook, 'cause yeah." So this is how my brain is just constantly going. I don't know if other people are like that. I know my husband isn't like that. So like I will tell him, this is how my brain goes. I jump from thing to thing and thing to thing, and like then I think about this, and then I think about this, and I overanalyze every situation, and it's exhausting to be in my brain sometimes. But then I get like really weird things, like you should draw this and you should draw that, and like what about if like there's a bird dancing on a monkey's head? I don't know. That's just stuff that comes out of my head, and he is not like that. He's very analytical, which makes it work for us. But now we're having children, like we've had children, we have 2 children, and one is incredibly like me, like so creative. He explodes everywhere with his papers and his supplies and la la la. And then our other kid, he's so different. He will just sit and like, he can't be as creative, and it drives him crazy. If he wants to draw, he wants it to look exactly technical like it is. And he's only 4, so it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, oh man, they're already expressing their personalities, and it's just so much fun. I love watching who they're becoming, because I think that's the funnest, for me, the funnest part about being a mom is like, oh, you know, like they're their own humans, and you get to influence them as much as you can, but they're still their own humans, and they're going to do what they want. And just being able to be a supportive mom and letting them like discover life, it feels really, really amazing. And I feel really cool because I think I'm raising pretty great humans. So yeah, anyway, at least for now, we'll see. Things can change. No, I'm joking, but sometimes I have a really, really weird sense of humor where I joke about weird things. I don't know. But yeah, so this is how I would do a page. And I don't know how long this took. Probably somewhere around 20 to 30 minutes. But this is how I spend my day, is just hanging out in my sketchbook. And I will probably finish this spread here at some point, but I try to take breaks so I don't just sit here all day at my table and do this. But that was really fun. Like, I don't know, there's nothing cohesive about it. Maybe the cat and the lady and then the bird, but to be quite honest, I was just drawing. So thanks for joining me, and I can't recommend this sketchbook enough. It is so wonderful. I just love the cover, and I love like taking this with me places. And I am definitely like I don't know if I'm going to continue to like buy them after this one, or if this is just going to be like a once a year thing that's special, because I go through sketchbooks a lot. But I might be convinced that I'm converted to this. But anyway, have a great day, and thank you for watching. If you want to, go ahead and like and share this video. Comment down below. Comment a bird emoji if you got this far, if you would like to, and if you wouldn't like to, just let me know what you're going to use in your sketchbook today. All right, have a great day. Bye.